I'm Michael Macniak, the co-creator of the Guardian Model and the author of Saving Melissa, the 7 C's to Cure the Mental Health System. I'm continuing our discussion with the best practices for fiduciaries today, and we are going to jump right in and talk about the designation or the appointment of the fiduciary and which roles specifically we're appointing. I live in Connecticut. In Connecticut, we talk about conservators or conservators. Other jurisdictions around the country use either conservator, conservator, or guardian. What we're all talking about is a fiduciary capacity, where the job is to preserve the assets and the person, the body of any individual. So what you can have is the care over one's person. You could have care over one's estate, or you can have care over one's person and estate. When we talk about a fiduciary who is in control of or in charge of maintaining a person, we're talking about maintaining shelter, food, clothing, and making informed medical decisions where the conserved individual is otherwise incapable of doing so. When we talk about the conservator or the guardian of an estate, we're talking about an individual who is incapable of managing his or her affairs. That goes to real property, that's houses or real estate. It goes to tangible personal property, such as cars and furniture and jewelry. And it also goes to other things like bank accounts and any kind of investment accounts or investment vehicles, and anything with retirement planning that the individual may have. I'm often asked during the planning stages whether it makes sense for 2 or more people to actually be appointed in a fiduciary capacity. I'm going on the record as saying I think it's a best practice that does not take place. I have seen complications where we have more than one fiduciary acting. The technicality of the law leaves a little bit to be desired in terms of who has to sign documents when there are multiple fiduciaries. So what I encourage folks to do is to come together as a team in the best interest of their loved one and come up with a strategy and a plan and agree about the overall impetus of that plan so that decisions can be made by one point person, knowing that that one point person has the backing of all of the other interested parties, such as family members and friends and loved ones. It's not always possible, but it is certainly the best way to go about fulfilling one of the main roles and main functions of a fiduciary. So to the extent possible, I say do not appoint 2 conservators to the same role, and try to have one point person who is acting on behalf of a family unit or by agreement of those individuals. So that concludes this short version today. I encourage you to continue to blog and post your comments and questions, and we will continue to give you more videos along the same lines, and look forward to seeing you the next time.